In this video, we are going to be talking about how to integrate by substitution. Now, there are steps in integrating by substitution, like steps to be taken when it comes to integration by substitution. And I'm going to be taking you through the steps that it requires to integrate by substitution. And I'll give you something like a shortcut when it comes to integration by substitution, how you can easily get integration by substitution without stressing yourself. Now, let's take the first example. Normally, just integration by substitution is similar to the chain rule of differentiation. Let's take for an example. You know that in chain rule, if you have something like 2x plus 3, everything raised to power 10, they will say that let 2x plus 3 equals to u. Therefore, our y equals to u raised to power 10. And you're going to be having something like the y upon the x. It's going to be the y upon the u, which is 10 u raised to power 9 multiplied by the u upon the x, which is 2. So we are going to be having 20 u raised to power 9, which is equals to 20 multiplied by 2x plus 3 raised to power 9 as your answer. That is differentiation. But for example, if you're now having a question under integration that says that integrate 2x plus or 2x minus 5 raised to power 7 dx. How are we going to go about this? There are two different methods. The first method is the normal method for the integration by substitution, and the second method is just normal shortcutting, you getting the answer quick and fast. Now, the first thing you're going to do is that let your u, that's the first step, u equals to 2x minus 5, which means whatever is inside your brackets will be your u, just so as to make the work easier for you. You understand? Therefore, you are now integrating what? Instead of you writing 2x minus 5, which means your integration will be what? U raised to power 7 dx. Hope you are getting this. That's your question now. Now, the u upon the x is now going to be equals to what? It's now going to be equals to 2, right? It's going to be equals to 2. Now, if you notice very well, we have the x in this place, right? You understand? We have the x in this place, which is not supposed to be so. We are supposed to have the u in this particular place. How are you going to do that? We can cross multiply so as to make the x the sum of the formula here. Therefore, my answer is going to be the x equals to the u divided by 2. I hope you get this. Or let me do it step by step. What I just want to do is that I want to substitute for the x in this particular equation. You understand? I want to substitute for the x, which means the only thing I can do is to cross multiply. In cross multiplying, my du will be equals to 2 dx, which I want to make the x formula. Divide both side by 2, divide both side by 2, which means my dx equals to du divided by 2. You understand? So that is just it. That's just it. So whenever I see my dx, I'm going to put what? I'm going to put the u divided by 2, which means instead of me writing the x here, I can write my answer as integral of u raised to power 7 du divided by 2. You understand? Which means what I'm integrating now is u raised to power 7 multiplied by what? Multiplied by du, or u raised to power 7 du multiplied by 1 over 2. Still the same thing now, because the u multiplied by 1 equals to du, right? Now, what I can do is that this u is a constant, like 1 over 2 is a constant value. You understand? It's a constant value. I can bring it outside. You understand? I can what? I can bring it outside, which means I can write my answer as 1 over 2 integral of u raised to power 7 du. What I just want to have inside my integral are variables, something that varies, you understand, which is u and the u and the function of u, you understand. Now let me now integrate u, you understand, which means integrating u, I'm going to be having what? 1 over 2 multiplied by u raised to power 7 plus 1 divided by 7 plus 1 plus c, right, which is equals to 1 over 2 multiplied by u raised to power 8 divided by 8 plus c, which is equals to what? 2 multiplied by 8 equals to 16. What is our u? Our u is 2x plus 5, 2x minus 5, which means I'm going to be having 2x minus 5 raised to power 8 divided by 16 plus c. That is our answer for this particular question. As simple as that. You understand? It is as simple as that. Now, what if you want to get your answer faster? If you have something like integrate 2x minus 5 raised to power 7, what you're just going to do is that in this case, what you are just going to do is, you see what is inside this particular, what is inside this uh inside this what do I call it, inside this bracket, you understand, differentiate it and divide it by 1. You what? Differentiate it and divide it by 1. Now, if you differentiate what is inside this bracket, you are going to be having 2. Now, divide it by 1, which means that is 1 over 2. Are you getting me now? Now, everything that is outside here, integrate it and multiply it with this 1 over 2, which means if I want to integrate this one, I'm going to be having what? 2x minus 5 raised to power 7 plus 1 divided by 7 plus 1 plus c, which means that's going to be what? 2x minus 5 raised to power 8, 2 multiplied by 8, that is 16, divided by 16 plus c. Can you see that it's a very short and a very simple method in solving integration by substitution, especially when it comes to you are doing computer-based tests or computer multiple choice questions where you'll be given less time to solve or to prove equations like this. You understand? So if you are given a question like, let's say that you're given a question like 4x squared 4x squared minus 3 everything is power 5 dx. This is the question you are given. 4x squared minus 3 everything is power x dx. Sorry, I'm coming. Given a question like 4x squared minus 3 raised to power 5 dx. That's the question. Dx. They now ask you to integrate this particular question. Integrate this question. How are you going to go about that? You say that let u equals to what? 4x raised to power 2 minus 3, right? Which means our du upon dx equals to 8x, and our dy upon du, sorry, our this one is going to be integral of what? Integral of um u raised to power 5 dx, right? Which means in this case, what am I going to be having? I'm going to be having integrate this particular one. I'm going to cross multiply so as to make the x of a formula, which means my dx will now be equals to what? Will now be equals to du divided by 8x, right? So anywhere I see dx, I'm going to put, which means in this question, I'm going to be having u raised to power 5 du divided by 8x, or I can write that du multiplied by 1 over 8x. You see this 1 over 8x, since it is not part of my variable, I can bring it outside. You understand? Which means I'm going to have 1 over 8x integral of u raised to power 5 du. You understand? Integral of u raised to power 5 du. And that is going to give me 1 over 8x multiplied by u raised to power 6 divided by 6 plus what? Plus c. Right? And what is 8 multiplied by 6? Coming, what is 8 multiplied by 6? That is going to give me 48, which means my answer is u raised to power 6, which is 4x squared, which means that is 4x squared minus 3 raised to power 6 divided by what? Divided by 48x plus what? Plus c as my answer for this particular question. And if you look at it very well, you can use the same method I used the other time. You know, the question is integrate 4x squared minus what? Minus 3 dx, right? What you're just going to do is differentiate raised to power 5, raised to power 5. Differentiate what is inside the bracket. You are going to be having what? And divide it by 1. You are going to be having 1 divided by what? 1 divided by 8x. Then integrate this whole bracket. You are going to be having 4x squared minus 3 raised to power 6 divided by what? Divided by 6. and that is going to give you 4x squared minus 3 raised power 6 divided by what? Divided by 48x plus c as my answer for this particular question. So that is how to solve question when it comes to the integration by substitution. Let us take another example. Let us say we have a question like integrate. They ask you to integrate cos 3x plus 7 dx. Cos 3x plus 7 dx. What you're just going to do is that what? Let your u to be equals to what? Your u to be equals to 3x plus 7, which means your du upon dx equals to what? Equals to 3. You understand? And this one is equals to what? Equals to cos u dx, which means that is what you are integrating. Now, we are going to make the x for formula. The x will now be equals to what? Will now be equals to du divided by 3 or du multiplied by 1 over 3, right? So anywhere we see the x, I'm going to put that down. So I'm going to be having integral of cos u, right, multiplied by du multiplied by 1 over 3. So 1 over 3 is a constant value. I'm going to bring it out. You understand? I'll bring it out the integral sign. So I'm going to be having what? I'm going to be having 1 over 3 cos u du. And if you integrate cos u, you're going to be having what? You're going to be having 1 over 3 sine what? Sine u. Instead of writing sine u, you're going to be having what? 3x plus 7 plus c. Can you see that the same method I use for the shortcut can also work for this one as well? What you're just going to do is differentiate the inside. You are going to be having what? 3 divided by 1. Then integrate this whole thing. If you integrate cos 3x plus 7, you are going to be having sine 3x plus 7. So it is as simple as that. You understand? Is it sine or minus sine? I think it is sine. Yeah, it is sine. So that is how to solve question when it comes to integration by what? By substitution. Integration by substitution. You understand? So let us take for an example. Let us say that you have a question like they said integrate. They said that you should integrate x squared sine x is power 3 dx. This is the question. Sine x is power 3 dx. In this case, which one are you going to call your u? Which one are you not going to call your u? In this case, since we have a trigonometric function here, it will be very, very difficult for us to consider any other thing other than the function of the trigonometry. You understand? Which means we are just going to say that let our u to be equals to what? To be equals to x raised power 3. Which means the question that we're trying to solve now is x is power 2 sine u. You understand? X is power 2 sine what? Sine u dx. You understand? Which means your du upon dx will be equals to what? Will be equals to 3x raised power 2, right? 3x raised power 2, which means your dx, if you cross multiply, is going to be du multiplied by 1 over 3x squared. Are you getting me? So what is the next thing? Anywhere I see the x, I'm going to put the u multiplied by 1 over. So it is equals to integral of x squared multiplied by sine u, integral of x squared multiplied by sine u multiplied by du divided by what? Divided by 3x squared, or multiplied by sine u du multiplied by 1 over 3x squared. I can still write it like this. Now look at it. This is 3, this is x squared, this is x squared. They can cancel out each other, which means now I'm trying to integrate what? I'm going to integrate sine u du 1 over what? 1 over 3. I'll bring the 1 over 3 outside of the integral sign. So I'm going to be having 1 over 3 multiplied by, if I integrate sine u, I'm going to have minus cos u. That is minus cos u plus c. Therefore, my answer equals to 1 over 3. That is minus 1 over 3 cos, what is my u? My u is x to the power 3, cos x to the power 3 plus c. That is my answer for this particular question. So that is how it is. Let us take for an example. Let us say that you are asked to integrate 5 into bracket x plus 2 dx. X plus 2 dx. In this case, what are you going to say? Your u is going to be equals to x plus 2, right? Therefore, that is integral of exponential 5u, and your du upon dx equals to 1, which means your dx equals to du. You understand? So, what are you going to do? Instead of you writing what? Instead of you writing dx, you are going to write du, which means that is integral of exponential what? Exponential 5u du. You understand? And remember, integral of exponential ax will give us what? Will give us 1 over a exponential ax, which means integral of exponential 5u will give us 1 over 5 exponential 5u. What's our u? That is exponential 5x plus 2 plus c. That is our answer for this question. So that is how to solve question when it comes to integration by substitution. Now, let us take one last example. Let us say that you're asked to integrate sine 3x plus 3, and that is equals to what? Just use the normal method that I gave you. Differentiate what is inside the bracket. It's going to give you 1 over 3. Now, integrate everything here. You're going to be having what? You're going to be having multiply by minus cos 3x plus 3 plus c. And that is going to give you what? Minus cos 3x plus 3 plus c divided by what? Divided by 3. That's your answer for this particular question. As simple as that. Or 1 over 3. Anyhow, so that is just how to solve question when it comes to integration. You understand? So in the next video, we are going to be talking about integral of form f prime of f of x. We are going to be converting a division method of integration into something like ln. You understand? I will be getting the reason why 1 over x equals to ln x. Thank you and God bless you. Subscribe for more.